Hi guys, it's Charlene from stampingwithcharlene.com. It's Tuesday night, December 15th, 2020. Wow, did this year fly by? I'm not sure. I can't believe it's already almost the end of December. For tonight, I'm going to show you a little secret. We're going to make what I call a gift card holder tag surprise type situation. My husband got a gift basket in the mail, and it came with this really funky, cool tag. So it was attached like this, and then the little to from card was inside, but then you flip it over and there was this box on the back, and it has a little pair of scissors in it that you can use to cut the ribbon to open up the basket. There was some yummy cookies and chocolate and some chocolate covered popcorn in there. And I thought, I'm gonna take this box and I can easily trace this and copy it and make a template and make a last minute gift card holder. And you don't have to put scissors in there, although this would be great to put Stampin' Up! Paper snips in. I love the paper snips and they would fit perfectly in this box. But not everyone has the paper snips on hand. So you can roll up some money and put it in here, or you can put a note in there. You could put a gift card in the front and maybe put some chocolate or some other kind of surprise in the back, or you can just leave the back off altogether and just make the big tag gift card holder. Any way you want to make it, it's really, really fun. The tutorial and PDF of the pattern are on my blog at stampingwithcharlene.com. So let's get started on tonight's project. Here's an up-close view of tonight's project. So I've made the little tag and I wrote on here, "You're a cut above the rest. Merry Christmas." And I put a pair of the Stampin' Up! Paper snips in the back in this little box. So this would be cute to give to a teacher or anybody that you know who loves crafting, but you don't have to limit it to scissors. You can put candy back here and come up with a different saying. You can just stamp Merry Christmas on the little tag. You don't even have to use this piece at all. You can just make the actual gift card holder. So let's get started with all the measurements. So we are going to take a piece of designer series paper, and the measurements are a teeny bit odd. So you're going to cut this at 3 1/4 by 9 3/8. And then what you're going to do is score it at 5 1/8. So it will look like this when you're finished. Then take a 2-inch circle punch. If you have a 2-inch, it can really be any size. And on the shorter piece, this piece here, just place the circle punch in the center. I'm eyeballing it on either side and just a little bit, maybe that's a 1/3 of a way down, and then punch out a little half part of a circle there. And you can see this, even though it looks really complicated, it's really easy to make. This will really wow your friends. And then you want to take some tear and tape adhesive. Let's see, this is a new roll, so let's get it started going right there. And what I'm going to do is on the side where I cut with my circle punch, I am just going to place the tear and tape adhesive on the inside, and I'm going to make sure that I get as close to the edge as I possibly can. And I'm going to go right down to the score line. So right from the top down to the score line on the shorter edge. Then I'll flip it this way, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I just love tear and tape adhesive, especially for all of my 3D projects. So now I'm going to introduce you to another tool that I've used occasionally, but I haven't really delved into this tool. This is the Take Your Pick tool, and it does so many different things that it deserves its very own YouTube video. And I will get to that one day, I promise. But if you noticed in my videos, sometimes it takes me a while to actually get the top piece off the tear and tape adhesive. So with this, I'm just going to press in, and then this will just lift the top part off of the adhesive just like that. It's so easy. This is like a really thick pokey tool. Let's call it that. And it's so much easier to get the adhesive off. So now let's fold this over and adhere it down. And believe it or not, you're almost finished with the gift card holder part. So I'm just going to decorate it with, this is just a little strip of Highland Heather paper, which coordinates with my cardstock. And if you're watching this now, you want to jump on and try to get some of this Designer Series paper because it's actually discounted right now because it's retiring. So from now until it sells out, or until I think it's January 5th, it is at a reduced price. So then I am not going to go through the stamping of the snowman because I have several videos where I've used this stamp and tutorials on how to color in the snowman, but just so you can get a look at how I decorated the top. It's just with the snowman from the Snowman Season stamp set. So now for the tag, this is just a piece of Highland Heather cardstock. The Highland Heather cardstock is cut at 4 3/4 by 2 1/2. And then I cut a piece of Whisper White cardstock 2 1/4 by 4 1/2 to layer on top. And then I just took the snowflake stamp from the stamp set, and in Highland Heather and Balmy Blue, I stamped a couple of snowflakes here at one end. And I stamped it with full ink, and then again without re-inking it with both of the colors. And I kept my writing to the left side so that it doesn't peek out when I put it in back into the gift card holder. So now let's just adhere this. And you can stamp something on there, or you can write whatever you would like to write. So there you go. It just slides right in like that. So let's look at the finished one right here. And now we're going to work on making the little box, which, believe it or not, is not difficult. If you go to my website, stampingwithcharlene.com, and I'll put the link below to the specific blog post, there is a link to the PDF that you can print out of the template for the box. And whenever I make my templates, whenever you see a straight line, that means that's where you cut. You're going to use your paper snips and cut that out. And then wherever you see a dotted line, like here and here, that's where you're going to score because you're going to fold it there. But you'll notice up here, that's a straight line too, so you're going to cut right there. So after you download the template and print it out and then cut it out, you're going to come out with something that looks like this. So this is the actual template that you can trace, and I traced mine here onto a piece of Highland Heather cardstock. So this is what you will end up with. And now, since I've never done this before, I'm just going to go ahead and show you how my templates work, because I do have quite a few of them on my website if you go back and look at some of the archived posts. So I'm just going to cut it out along the solid lines. And it doesn't matter that it has all these markings in it because this is going to be the inside of the box. Now make sure you also snip right there, because I know sometimes it's confusing. You might think, well, wait, is that a score line because of this score line? But no. You want to snip right up to there. And then we'll cut out the side here. And these are just so, okay, here I go with that word again. So fun to make. And I love the paper snips because they just snip right. I mean, they're perfect. And I only use them on paper. It's important in paper crafting to have scissors that are designated for one thing or the other. I have ribbon scissors just for ribbon, and I have my paper snips just for paper. You might find me using my paper snips for ribbon if I'm in a jam, but it's very rare. and I do not like to do it. And I have had my scissors for a very long time. I've had my paper snips since Stampin' Up! Came out with paper snips. Okay, so there you go. It's all cut out. So now you can grab your paper trimmer. And this is how I like to score it. But first, let me show you. There are a couple of ways that you can cut this little piece right here at the top. What I like to do is just, the best that I can, line it up in my paper cutter. Just like that. So the line is over the groove here, and then take the dark blade, which is the trimmer, and then just try to eyeball and start the cut line with the paper trimmer blade. And then I can go in there with my paper snips and just snip it a little tiny bit more, probably to like, I guess 1/8 of an inch from the edge. You don't want to do it too much, you don't want it to tear, but this isn't meant to last forever. It's just meant to wow your friends. So it's okay if it's not perfect. Okay, and now do the same thing with the dotted lines, which are the score lines. And make sure that you switch and use your scoring blade and just go over and score all of the dotted lines. So just line those up in your paper cutter groove and score those. And this is gonna all be on the inside, so nobody is gonna see all these pencil marks, unless of course they take the box apart. And there's the last one. Now, you just wanna fold the box in on all the score lines. And this is the piece that's gonna hold the box together. So this piece here that has this little notch going up, do you see that? See how it has, it's straight here, and then this piece with the notch. Let's put some tear and tape adhesive there because that's how we're gonna hold the box together. And then we will grab our take your pick tool and just lift up that adhesive covering and line up the edges. Whoops. And now you see you're almost done with the box. Okay, and now just fold in the bottom like that. And then the top has this extra, see, it goes like that, where this little tongue goes into the piece that you just cut off, and it finishes off like that. And it has this opening here, and you'll see that's where the handles of the scissors stick out. So I went ahead and flipped it over and just added a piece of Designer Series paper to this side, just to give it a little more glamour, look a little flashier, decorate the box. This piece is 3/4 by 4 and, let me see, by 4.5. 3/4 inches by 4.5 inches. And then let's go back to our gift card. Let me make some more room here. Our gift card holder. And you can just flip the box over to the yucky side. Take some tear and tape adhesive. And you can see that once again, this did not take long at all. All the measurements are on my blog. And flip it over, and then I just lined the bottom of the box up with the bottom of the gift card holder, and there you have it. There's your box. And then let me just show you, you can just slip the paper snips right in. And if you don't have paper snips, don't worry about it. Any kid size scissors will work. So anything will do. And then just attach that back together like that, and there you have it. You are all finished, ready to go. Let's just put my little note back in there. So easy, and so many possibilities. Wasn't that fun? I know. I know. So be sure to subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it, and especially if you hit the little thumbs up and give it a like. Also remember that you can purchase gift certificates. If you need a last minute gift, you can just go to stampingwithcharlene.com and purchase a gift certificate, print it out, fold it up, and put it in the gift card holder that we just made. It's a great idea. And also remember that the bonus days are going on at Stampin'Up.com, where a lot of the items from the winter catalog, the winter mini catalog, are on sale from 20% to 50% off. Not everything, but some of the retiring items are. Once again, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, just send me an email. I appreciate that you watch and participate and ask questions. It's really a lot of fun, and I hope you're learning lots of paper crafting tips. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next week.